So who do we have here today?
Promise.
Promise. And Promise, how long have you been out here today?
Well, I've been out here for like 3 hours.
And how long are you usually out here in a full shift?
5.
5 hours, unusual. And how much money does that usually bring you?
5 hours? Oh.
You do 5 hours per day usually?
Well, it's 5 hours a day. Like 5 hours during the day, 5 hours during the night.
Oh, so you split it. And okay, so you get a 10 hour per day. And what's a good day look like?
A good day, 2,500.
2,500. Jeez, that's some good money right there. And how long you been doing this for?
Since I was 14.
Since you were 14. How was you doing? Like you was always on Fig since 14?
No, at first I was doing the net, but I was doing it with a fake ID.
And how'd you get into that at 14?
Well, like, how do I say it? People have a silver spoon, then they have a rough spoon. I had a rough spoon.
So explain that. What was your rough upbringing like?
I was in the system, and I seen other girls do it. So I was like, oh, that's how they get their money. That's how they become rich. Oh yeah, I want to do that.
So you were in the foster care system? And where were your parents?
My mom is Bonafide, 304. Y'all probably heard of her on like Soft White Underbelly.
Wait, your mom is who?
Bonafide?
Bonafide?
Bonafide.
And she was on Soft White Underbelly?
Yeah.
So your mom was on Soft White Underbelly. That's crazy. And what was her what was she doing on there? Like
She was just telling mostly about her life.
And what was her life like? What did she do?
What am I doing right now?
She was just like you.
Well, I'm just like. Well,
you're just like your mom.
I'm not like my mom.
But she was a prostitute as well.
Yeah.
But was she on drugs?
No.
Okay. What about your dad? What's your dad?
My dad? I don't know him.
You don't know him? So, growing up...
I do know him, but it's just to my knowledge, I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I know my dad, but he didn't care for me when I was younger, so I don't know. And he's supposed to be like an Uso in his family.
He's a what?
A Uso?
What is that?
Samoan. He's like a Samoan brother.
He's who?
My dad is Samoan.
Oh, he's Samoan.
Yeah.
Okay, so your dad's Samoan and
my mom is Belizean.
And your mom is Belizean. Okay, that's an interesting mix right there. So you said you don't know who your dad is, but you know who he is.
Yeah.
Like your mom told you who he is?
I don't care for that.
But have you met him?
Yes.
Why don't you like him?
What?
Why don't you like?
Why I don't like him? I was in the system all that time, and you didn't try to come and get me out of the system.
Do you know why? Do you think he had a reason as to why he couldn't?
No.
What's the system like?
Horrible.
Explain. Explain what it's like.
They try to ruin your fucking life.
How?
Yeah. They try to ruin your fucking life. Like, they try to ruin it too.
But,
like,
so explain what the foster care is for people who don't know.
Foster care is where you're getting abused, where you're getting hurt, and they call child protective services or whatever. But they did mine falsely. I'm gonna say it like that.
So there was nothing going on. You weren't supposed. So explain how you got into the system.
Well, I don't know why my daddy didn't name me Tweety Bird. I don't know why or something like that. But my favorite character is Tweety Bird. So I was at the Magic Carpet when they were with my mom, and there was a Tweety Bird picture, and I climbed up on there and tried to touch the Tweety Bird picture, and fell and hit my vagina on the dresser. My grandma, she checks my vajayjay all the time. She keeps me in the crib. I was like a, how do I say it? like a doll to her, like an angel or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like she always was like, no, don't touch her, don't touch her, get away from the crib, don't touch her. Like I was spoiled for my grandma. My grandma was a madam.